Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to yet another reaction of The Last of Us. Today we're on Season 2, Episode 5. Now, before we get started, like usual, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Last time out, Alex, we got our first day in Seattle. What'd you think?
It was great. It was lovely. Lovely weather around this time of year there, I heard.
Yeah, apparently, Seattle's great. I would like to visit Seattle. If you're from Seattle watching this, let me know. Is it just like that? Does it look exactly like that? And I mean exactly like the show, like completely just abandoned, trash everywhere, just
zombies,
stores blown up. Like, let me know. You know what I mean? Let me know about that. This show, this season's been interesting. It's been an interesting season.
Why do you say that?
No, let's just continue. I don't know. It's just been
okay.
I've had my ups and downs of this show. For like I've kept on saying for the past couple episodes, I think visually looks actually really great. I just think sometimes the writing can falter, and it's just been a roller coaster for me personally. As someone who has played the game, if you're new here, Alex never played the game. I have played the game, so you're getting two different things here.
Compare it to, yeah.
You're getting two different perspectives here. But let's go ahead and jump into episode 5. I'm excited to continue the journey. Let's see what's up.
Oh, we're headed downstairs. Are we?
That is very interesting.
If it's war again, we're gonna need all the soldiers we have, so he's wondering why you apparently killed some of your own men.
Including Leon.
Interesting. Name may sound familiar. Don't really know.
Not to me.
We cleared the ground floor up to the 6th. A few scattered infected here and there, nothing we couldn't handle. The whole floor was empty, not even rats. So today, B2, hoping for more of the same, I sent another squad down, and I put Leon in charge, because he's my best.
Not anymore.
5 minutes later, he radios again. But this time, he was struggling to breathe. He could hardly talk.
I think so. I think spores are entering the picture here.
I said, Leon, where you bit? He said, it's in the air. See, listen. We did what Leon said. We sealed them in.
Oh, so that was them screaming down there.
They were screaming. Did I miss screaming?
Yeah, there was like noise coming out of the door that they sealed that they were looking at the beginning of the episode.
I'll inform only the people who absolutely need to know and no one else. As far as I'm concerned, Sergeant Park, he resolved the situation permanently.
Interesting how they're just encountering spores now for the first time, and they're like a long time into this.
Honestly, I think logically it kind of makes sense. It could be the next development, right? The next mutation for the thing.
I'm sorry about your son.
But that's not how it was in the game at all.
No,
they
it's
were just there.
They were there 20 years in, right?
I mean, yeah, you're pulling gas masks on all the time.
Which, like,
the first one.
I guess it's like they didn't start with spores, I don't think, right? And then the 20 years stuff developed. It's just there's a longer timeline here, so it makes sense. Also, she said Leon was her son, so she lost her son down there.
Oh,
yeah. Seattle, day two. Oh, we got power.
What? Lights. Oh, good. No.
Why? Because I'm stupid?
That's not the word I would use.
Really? What word then?
Non-school oriented.
Fuck you, I'm in a school. Let me help.
I'm triangulating. Do you know how that works?
Yes. With triangles.
Without this Dina, she would be so dead.
Is how it is in the game too?
Nope.
Okay. Ellie's not an idiot.
Yep. Ellie is 1000% capable. It's just and Dina is not an idiot in the game too. They work as like a pairing very well.
Mm-hmm.
This one is one of them is a little more dumber than the other one, isn't?
The guitar scene again.
If I ever were to lose you.
Whoa. Spooky vibes.
We follow a safe path west until this spot.
Here, let me show you.
They run a line of patrols north and south.
No, we're locked in now.
Middle of a fucking war and they're just broadcasting their positions.
Yeah, so I've been thinking about that. You know those people they're fighting, the Scars? We already know they use bows and arrows, right? And they seem culty or at least really religious. You ever hear of Amish people?
Amish people? No.
That's so funny.
These motherfuckers talk on the radio like they know nobody's listening.
It's good. They're overconfident. It gives us an edge.
It does, but what we're doing is reckless, so kind of a wash.
Okay, whatever.
Are you sure this way's safe?
What happened to their
You don't
horse?
trust me? I trust you. I don't.
They just left it in
Where?
Where? I forget.
In the music store, right? That's
The
where they
music
lost.
store, right?
You're gonna name it, huh?
The baby.
It's a girl, Ellie. It's a boy, Elijah.
Really?
No.
Why? It's a cool name.
That's the name of the episode.
Oh! I didn't expect the pan down.
We shouldn't have come. I shouldn't have dragged you here. You're having a fucking baby. What am I doing?
Dina.
You just locked in on this?
You know, you never asked me about the first person I killed.
And I would get so bored cooped up with my mom and sister. I would just beg them, just let me play outside. But my mom was scared and she wouldn't let me go outside alone. Now you already know how this story ends because I don't live in a cabin north of Santa Fe anymore. And I don't have a mom or sister anymore.
She killed the mom and the sister. Plot twist.
I don't know. Raiders?
Just one. And then,
They were dead. He was gone.
almost. He was still there. I heard
How?
This is about to be so dark.
when he heard me, he turned around and he looked really startled. And when I shot him, he looked more startled. Whatever reason Joel gave those people to do what they did, he didn't deserve that. Would it make a difference if my family had hurt his people first? No. No.
Dina's locked in on revenge.
I promise you, I would have hunted him down forever. Forever. If I die, it's on me. It won't be your fault.
I really do like this version of Dina. She's like really locked in, you know.
What's this building gonna be?
Just are we gonna see them take out a bunch of infected? Yo, does Dina just have like a backpack from like Harry Potter? It just like infinitely has like tools in it. Just keeps going forever.
Anything you could imagine.
Like whatever tool she needs in a situation, just spawns it out.
I'm gonna take a peek.
Yeah, you should do that. Because you're the one who can't get infected.
Smart.
We don't have time to be a smart ass out here.
Ellie's just collecting bites, you know. She's kind of like sticks out her arm, just kind of like tests out the water. She's like, anybody?
Haunted but empty.
Oh, just like us.
Jeez.
A few strays, and a couple clickers. We can handle that. We've done it like a million times.
Yeah.
Shooting has to be a last resort. Okay.
It can't be full of spores, right?
It's a full stealth mission.
Because they
can't.
just discovered those.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just discovered those.
To make a choice between shooting or running. We run.
Well, we can't be spores also because once Dina breathes in even a little bit of it, she's dead.
Oh, you think that no matter what happens, I'm just gonna start firing?
Literally every
Like
single.
maybe, they're not in the right room yet or something.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I love you. But I do want to make it out of here.
Wait, you love me?
You love me?
Nice little pause moment here, you know.
So tell me again. What's the plan?
Knives or run?
Why is she talking to her like she's a child? That felt like Joel just being like, yo, Ellie, what did I just say? Repeat it back to me.
Yeah. Interesting.
This Dina is locked in though, like she's on it.
Ellie, not so much.
No, not at all. No. I question whether this Ellie actually remembers why she's in Seattle.
It seems like it,
It
right?
feels like it, right? Like
She should have the emotion that Dina is putting out.
100,000% agree.
So this way then?
Yeah.
She has like super hearing or something, or what?
She low-key does. Remember last episode where she was like counting like
There's been twice.
Dude,
Yeah, she
but-
did that in the first episode.
she's got
too.
like what did the bats have? Like sonar?
echolocation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like picking up footsteps as the clickers are coming.
Literally clicker powers, yeah.
Ew, gross.
The smart ones. Dude, that... Oh my god, dude.
That's very sick.
I think it's a smart one.
Stand back to back in the middle of the room, you know?
That makes sense.
Dude, the moaning noises just get me so triggered from the game.
But yeah, but here's the interesting thing about this: they have to do it with knives, right? They can't stand back to back and just shoot it because they're trying not to make noise.
Let's go back the way we came.
If we run, they're gonna chase, so we have to go slow.
More?
Ew.
To 3? This is like the mission I just did in the first game in the sewers.
Dina, start shooting.
Why didn't they both run in there?
Oh, that's not good. Dude, she's just getting bitten.
They're gonna get saved by the Scar people.
Sharpshooter, alright.
No way, it's a wolf though.
It's Joel! Oh my god! Just kidding.
What?
Jesse, I swear.
Why is he here?
He's here. Jackson makes a field trip to Seattle.
The park! We can lose them in there! Come on!
Oh shit, I remember this park.
I feel like there's gotta be the Scar people in here now. This looks like bow and arrow jungle people territory.
Not coming in the park.
You might be onto something here.
Great. More infected.
Maybe. The map you left in the theater. Impressive triangulation, by the way.
Thanks, that was old Dina.
Trust me, I didn't think it was you.
How did you find them in the theater?
You came alone?
No, me and Tommy. We split up when we got to the city. Cover more ground.
Oh shit, Tommy's in Seattle.
We were gonna die out here, so we snuck out the next night. It's a good thing we did.
You know what, we're doing pretty fucking good
Up until what?
Oh boy, I just got
your
face. Oh boy, dude, because this was the exact moment where like you heard it, and then an arrow just hit you right in the shoulder, and then the game's like, hey, watch out for arrows now.
Does that mean someone's about to get hit?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't.
Oh boy.
I'll join you. I'll join you. No, wait. I know things. I know what Isaac is.
Oh boy. Oh, this is dark. Oh.
God.
Dude, I don't get this show. Like, when it wants to, it can lock in.
Hurry is free.
Never mind. Never mind.
Get back to the theater. Fucking go!
Uh-oh.
You won't get away, Wolf.
Oh, Ellie
Big
learned some camouflage skills. She's a chameleon.
AKA diving into a hole.
All right, Ellie has now been separated from others.
On her own.
Yeah.
They want to go back anyways, so we don't need that negativity.
Yeah. Oh, haha! I found a hole.
It was a critter or something. All clear.
It's a big ass critter. He heard. You know, it was a critter or something.
It's like a groundhog or
Yeah.
something. A large bunny rabbit.
Yeah. The shaved head on this actress is so interesting. I think I told you, right? She's the star of Naughty Dog's next big game that they're releasing later this year. And the trailer that they released a couple months ago, the first trailer for it, her head is shaved. Like, she plays a character whose head is shaved.
She looks like this?
Yeah, she looks exactly like this.
Hello there.
Put that shit down. Hands up.
Ew. She found it quick.
Put that shit down, she said.
We could have killed you.
Maybe you should have. Or maybe you should have stayed the fuck out of Jackson. Nora.
It was a terrible thing, the way he died. Yeah, the little bitch got what he deserved.
Ew. Get her ass.
Why didn't we shoot earlier?
Alright, Stormtrooper aim. It's fine.
Yeah, she made it through the whole room.
We're good. She dead ass right now? There's no way.
This is the basement. Basement air about it.
How are you missing?
What are we shooting at?
She's laying down.
She's immune though.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, in this version of the show, she doesn't know what she's about to encounter, right?
I thought it'd be a little more dense. Maybe it will be. I don't know.
I think it's a little more realistic, kind of. You know, it's kind of like a little bit in the air. Well, there it is. It's all over the floor. It's basically snowing in here. Yo.
Don't step on it.
Dude.
It's what's his name? From the beginning? What's his name?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just a random like nurse. But I know what you're saying. He's breathing that shit out.
It uses the people to spread the spores.
Yeah, there he is. That's him. He's got the L.
Park.
Yeah.
Last name Park. Yeah.
Also, Asian. You know.
Also Asian.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that though. Like really good effects.
Oh, so I don't have to kill you, Nora.
We're breathing worse.
Name drop.
We're infected.
Not me. The chosen one.
You're Anakin.
The immune girl, you're real.
Yeah? Where's Abby?
Including the only fucking person alive that can make a cure from here.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
There's got to be other doctors out there, you know? Just leave her to suffer, or a knife?
Nice.
Chit chat?
Well, we need info. It's not a golf club, but it's close enough. Holy shit, that is much stronger than a golf club.
She's headed down a path, you know?
Hit her again. Do it again.
Ooh.
Ouchie. That hurt.
Oh, it's not over.
Hey.
Hey, kiddo.
What's up, buddy? Hey, kiddo.
What is that?
Hey.
What is that supposed to mean?
Kiddo.
What does it mean by that?
What's up?
What does it mean by hey,
Kiddo, what up, buddy? Glad to have you here.
Oh, wow.
Friend. Oh, I just took my headphones off. I forgot that I'm listening to you in the headphones.
Hello? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm
Hi.
here. I'm here. I forgot I'm supposed to have these things on. So, Alex.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Initial thoughts at the moment.
Initial thoughts. Go ahead.
I was not really feeling the episode early on. I was not feeling it.
Okay.
It was kind of boring. But I really like what just happened at the end. So
Okay.
I thought that was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like more of the version of her that, you know, I was expecting and you were alluding to. So, yeah.
Yeah. Which part? I wonder. What part did you find boring in the first half of the episode?
Well, I thought in general the episode was it was moving pretty slow.
Mm.
There was a lot of talking. There was a lot of talking, a lot of walking.
A lot of yapping.
Some more talking. Yeah.
More.
You know, it's fine.
More chit chat.
Yeah, a lot of chit chat. And yeah, like we mentioned, but Ellie being played down to be a complete idiot, and then also like, yeah, losing. I don't know, not feeling as motivated. I guess it seemed like she didn't have the passion. I guess, but then of course at the end of the episode, then you see it come out. So I guess they did that so they could have that, you know, juxtaposition to show like the big shift. But I don't know,
The dissension into madness, I guess, kind of.
yeah.
But
And then Joel's like, hey kiddo.
hey, kiddo, I'm here. Joe, you know, Pedro Pascal, I'm here. Yeah, it was yet another kind of an episode of ups and downs, I would say, for me personally. I'd have to agree with you. The first half of the episode, I was like, what are we? I was really like, what are we doing here, man, at this point?
I was feeling like, because I know this is like a shorter episode.
Yeah.
And when we were going through that, I was like, is nothing gonna happen in this episode? We're just gonna talk our way around, or I don't know. But okay, things happen, so it was okay. But yeah, sorry to cut you off.
I think like 5 episodes in, right? We only have 2 episodes left of this season. It's definitely like this season just like didn't know what to do with Ellie or how to translate Ellie from the game to the show correctly. And I don't know whether the writers, again, it's so weird to say that because the guy who made the game, Neil Druckmann, he like plays a large portion in like developing the show. Like he has a large stamp on developing the show. So it's like, I never understood, I said this before, I never understood why his decision of not making Abby the buff Abby that she's in the game, when that is the large characteristic of her character. And again, the guy who made the game has a large part in this show, and he was like, nope. And he's not translating Ellie well from the show into here. And it's weird because there's a lot about this season that I'm liking. Again, I kept on saying the sets, I think, are great. The action sequences are actually really dope. I mean, the train sequence in the last episode, right? That was super intense, really well done. I like how the spores looked here. I like Dina, and I like Dina as a character because she's like locked in. This episode, Dina was good, right? But it did feel like a little bit different, or like a large shift from the last episode, or even the last couple of episodes. Because in this episode, she's like more locked in, where in the last episode she was still cracking a little bit more jokes, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty abrupt shift, you know? Like
it's like the next day she woke up and she's like, let me start mapping this stuff out. It's not like it is within her character because it has been set up before that, you know, she counts how many clickers there are. She's more calculated with all this, yes.
Yeah.
But her like brooding stature and giving the speech to Ellie about revenge, I'm like, that speech, I don't know where that came from specifically. Like, I get that she's like, you know, the navigator of the team here, and she's a little bit smarter than Ellie. That's what the show's presenting to us. But the speech about revenge, don't know about that. I also don't know why Ellie at this point needs to hear it, where Joel's death was already her motivation. She
shouldn't need the motivation. She really shouldn't need the motivation. Like, why?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
She only started feeling that at the end of the episode.
It felt like she heard Dina's speech, and we as the audience and Ellie were supposed to go like, "Oh yeah, word,
we should have already been there, yeah.
Yeah, is she forgetting why she's in Seattle? You know what I mean? Okay. Jesse shows up. I've been waiting for that moment. Yes.
Okay, like you knew that was coming. Yeah.
Yes.
For me,
Jesse shows up. He shows up in the game too. A bit of at a different point, but it works the same way. What I don't really like about the way the show does it is that Dina and Ellie are getting their asses handed to them constantly, almost. And it's like Jesse shows up and like saves the day, kind of. And it's like these two characters were not able to do it on their own. Where like, I know the show tries to play more realistic, right? It's like you can't translate video game logic to a TV show, right? In a video game, at this point in the game, you've already killed so many people. Like, you've already went through levels and killed so many people, killed so many zombies. You have unlimited ammo, basically. It's a video game, right? And I understand in the show they can't kill as many people, whatever, right? But it's also fiction at the same time. I wouldn't mind you turning Ellie and Dina into a little bit of a John Wick style here. Just a little bit, right? Where they do seem more capable. They almost died there in that moment if it wasn't for Jesse. And this is the second big thing that they're encountering in Seattle. They haven't encountered much in Seattle. They've encountered those people at the TV station, which they ran away from. They've Ellie's killed like 2 people.
Zombies on the train, yeah.
Yeah, Ellie's killed. I mean, they killed a bunch of zombies, but Ellie's killed like 2 or 3 people max in Seattle so far. Low numbers there. I want those numbers to be up a little bit. They seem incapable of this journey that they're supposed to be on.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I guess it does feel more realistic than, in the game. Obviously, you're there on a mission. You have these people in front of you. You just murder them, like no problem.
Yeah,
that's just.
And you can, it's a video game, so you have a health bar, and you keep taking hits, and you're fine.
You hear yourself, yeah.
But in the show, they can't do that. So, but I would have liked her to take some more people out, because on this revenge path, Ellie and Dina, mostly Ellie actually, they're going through Seattle. They're witnessing the war between the wolves and the Seraphites. They're called
the Scars.
The Scars. Yeah, the Seraphites. I think they're called the Seraphites. And
I don't know.
They are just kind of making their way through that while killing both sides. You know what I mean? Because both sides are at war, and they're trying to kill them because they don't have an alliance to anybody. So Ellie's killing both sides. But here we're just doing a lot of running away. We're just at any situation we're dashing out of there.
I do like seeing this dissension down the dark path that the therapist was alluding to in last episode or 2 episodes or whatever that was. She was like talking to
that revenge is like a dark path or something
to Tommy. Yeah, about
where she was explaining the themes of the whole story to the audience.
Yes. yes.
Yeah.
You can see that coming out. I'm curious. I did really like that scene at the end, and I'm curious if now we're gonna get lots of visions of Joel. I assume so. It kind of seems like
he'll be flashbacks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, flashbacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, flashbacks with Joel play a large part in the game. Yeah, in the story. So yeah, they did mention that Tommy's in Seattle. I'm very excited for that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm very excited that has woven itself into the story, because there's a lot of cool things that you can do with that. Which, I don't trust right now. I'm saying it. There's a lot of cool things that you can do with that. I don't trust the show, from what I've seen, to be able to execute those things. Unfortunately, I mean, because everybody's just nerfed always. We also I do remember. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I do remember last season. I remember talking to you about this, how Joel felt nerfed himself, right? Because he's like, I'm old and stuff, and then he shoots up an entire hospital by the end because he has to. He's like, I'm deaf in one ear, I can barely hear. Oh, never mind. Bah, 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 bah. So I don't know. Maybe they'll do it.
Yeah, I don't want to ask too many questions because I don't want it to be spoiled from what you already know.
Yeah,
but
Tommy and Jesse are done.
Yeah, I would assume that we're not all about to head back home together.
No, that'd be kind of boring, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, let's head back, guys. Oh my God, Jackson. I should probably go talk to the therapist character about my trip just now that I did, and see what she knows about it. See what she's gonna tell me about it.
So the whole, basically the majority of the second game is in Seattle, which
yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting as opposed to the first one where you're jumping around, you're traveling the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a little interesting.
We haven't seen Abby in a while.
Mm-hmm. Where is she? Who are you?
Interesting. I'll have to see how the season ends to really be like, okay, so that's how they decide to do this interestingly paced story that's in the game. I would have thought we would have seen a little bit more Abby at this point, just maybe a little bit. They're still kind of keeping her close to the chest, right? I don't know where she's at.
Interesting.
What other things happened? Yeah, Nora. I mean, Nora did get it. The Nora thing played out beat by beat, actually, from the game. So
nice.
Cool.
I like that. I like that. The sports stuff. I think that's interesting, and I do like seeing the smart zombies.
They're very well done.
Just the sneaky ones, whatever. What are they called?
They're called stalkers. They're
Stalkers?
legitimately called stalkers, yeah.
Yeah, I like those guys.
They're very well done.
We did witness maybe it's a big moment when Nora's like telling Ellie what happened with Joel, and she's like, I know already. Like, is that how does that she just inferred? I mean, it seemed like, honestly, the end of season 1, she could have already assumed what happened when they had that conversation right at the end. Like,
yeah,
literally before it cuts, you know, like she could have figured it out right there.
Yeah. There will be some development towards that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. So there will be some development in that. Potentially next episode. Honestly, looking at how this one ended. I'm interested to see where Dina feels like got taken out of the story here with the arrow to the knee, literally.
Yes.
It does feel like Dina got taken out of the story, which,
I mean, she's about to be crippled. Like,
yes, yeah. So she can't travel around Seattle anymore. So Ellie might need to go on her own a little bit and do something, which makes sense. Yeah. And a kind of a quick way to just sideline Dina for a little bit, because she is sidelined. Yeah. She's mostly sidelined because of her pregnancy in the game. Honestly, no arrow to the knee. She's just kind of like, I'm pregnant. I'm gonna stay here. But
that's valid. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense though. How would Ellie at this point even find her way back to them?
Just go back towards the big ass theater that you're staying at.
Mm-hmm. That's true. They were gonna meet there.
That's their base right now.
Yeah.
Interesting. Like,
that's true.
For what I wanted from this TV show, honestly, is some development from some side characters in the game that you might not get a lot of. You get some of them, but not a lot of. So, expecting more from Tommy, hopefully. Really, really hoping on that. And Jesse. He's now here, so expecting a little bit, to spend more time with him.
I'm curious to see what they do with Tommy. I mean, don't say anything, but I'm curious what they do with him.
Mm-hmm.
Because his brother was murdered.
It's all gonna hinge on how this season ends. So episode 7, which is gonna be the final of this season, is going to be like just a huge for. Well, obviously it's the final, but it's gonna be just huge for just where the story just decides to cut itself off.
You have like a really strong feeling where it's gonna end at this point.
I felt like I did, but now I don't. I honestly don't.
Okay.
I don't. This was the shortest episode, so like stuff happened, but we are still so far like behind. Well, not I wouldn't want to say behind. I don't want to say behind. Behind is a wrong term. We still have so much more to go, basically, right? That I'm like till the end, or till like when you thought it was gonna end. This season was gonna end. Kind of both. We still have a decent way to go to where I thought it was gonna end, but then also we have, towards the end. Don't even think about that. I said this. I think I said this last episode or something, but I'm so curious how there's that much more story. Like, what else is going to be happening? Like, how is there that much more story when we're here in Seattle? I mean, have you found Abby yet? I mean, no, but we're getting there. We're questioning people and beating their brains out with a pipe. Yeah, that was brutal. Progress. We have a radio. That was brutal. We do have a radio, yeah, but we haven't found Abby yet. Where is Abby? Where is she hiding? What's she doing? Why are you saying it like that? What's she up to over there, huh? On the other end. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Be interesting to see. Yeah, I don't like the way you're saying that, but okay. Yeah, okay. That was episode 5 of season 2 of The Last of Us. Before I say much else, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate that. Check us out on my videos, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.